What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more J-drama score, and we're back with another tune from Mozu, soundtrack by Kanno Yugo, Kanno Yugo. I mentioned it before. This is one of my favorite shows ever. I watch shows from a lot of different countries: the U.S., obviously, the U.K., also Denmark, and Japan, Korea. But of all the different shows I watch from different countries, this is one of my absolute favorites. It's just the production qualities are ridiculous. And I mentioned before, and I'm going to say it again, Ron, it bears a lot of similarities to both Season 1 and Season 2, maybe even more Season 2. But also, there's a lot of dark personal stuff and sort of emotional complications. So this is kind of like, a Japanese, different take, but it feels very True Detective is what I'm saying. And it's 2013, so I believe that's before. Is that right around the time the first episode or the first season of True Detective aired? I don't remember. I feel like that's right around the same time. But either way, I cannot praise the show highly enough. Compelling narratively, the music is remarkable. The cinematography and visuals are just off the charts, like the best looking show I've ever seen. So, again, I'll just sing this show's praises endlessly. We're going to listen to a tune called Phantom Wing. Although it's interesting, one of the tunes on the soundtrack, when translated, is Shrike's Screaming Night. Well, the subtitle of Season 1 is Shrike's Shouting Night. And then again, there's another tune, the one we're going to listen to, called Phantom Wing, on the soundtrack for Season 1. Well, the subtitle of Season 2 of Mozu is Illusionary Wing. So obviously they were sort of playing with some of the same, themes and semantics, but, in one case using one word, another case using another word. But bottom line, yeah, this is a tune called Phantom Wing from the Mozu soundtrack, Kanno Yugo. And it's a tune that is used, I mentioned it before, it's not like an episodic show. It's not like a new story each episode. It's like a big, crazy story that plays out over 10 episodes. But this piece is used in a number of sort of intimate and or immensely personal, emotional scenes in the show, mostly around the main character. Again, there's three main characters, but if there is one main character, it's the detective Karaki. And there's a lot going on with this character. I don't want to spoil anything, but he's, got a lot of emotional and personal baggage, and also, in a way, he's sort of living very recklessly because he just wants to figure out what happened, and he doesn't care if he, kills him to do it. And when we're in our sort of more tender and sad moments with him and sort of learning why he is the way he is and what's happened to him and his family, this tune plays. Now there's another character in the show, and I won't give anything away, but whatever this character's role in the narrative, they also have a child that is, it has health issues and whatever. And so when they're showing this person in relation to his daughter with this special health condition, this music plays. So it's a music that speaks to the more personal and painful aspects that sort of dot the narrative landscape of this show. So from the Season 1 soundtrack of Mozu by Kanno Yugo, this is the tune Phantom Wing, which in Japanese, I should say, it says Phantom Wings, plural, but it's Maboroshi no Tsubasa. Maboroshi no Tsubasa. So yeah, Phantom Wings is the translation. As I said, Kanno Yugo, Mozu, Season 1, 2013. Adagio for strings. Something. I'll wait till the end though. What I was thinking about halfway through is that, in a way, like, I think this is used, in a few different scenes, and again, maybe in relation to a couple different characters, but it is primarily Karaki Keibu, Keibu being, like, the name for, a title for inspector. It's basically his tune, and what I was thinking is that, like, in a way, he seems so, like, just harsh and, like, singularly focused. He doesn't waste time with niceties, which, like, it would be an issue anywhere, but, like, especially in Japanese culture, like, he just, steps over all sorts of cultural norms and taboos and so on in his singular mission to figure out what happened, which I'll leave as vague as possible. But it's like, the more you kind of see flashbacks and whatever, you see his warmth as a person before these things happened, and you feel like, or I was feeling while listening to that this piece is telling a tune about telling a story about Karaki, and that it's, you know, whatever he seems like, however reckless and sort of you know, dangerously and sort of you know, uninterested in niceties in his behavior, you know, there's still that person is there. That person is like hurting. That person is mournful, and there's a lot of pain. So like, you know, he hasn't become like a nihilist, or you know, he's not so jaded that nothing matters. Indeed, everything matters intensely. So yeah, I was feeling like in that moment, it's telling you the emotional pain, but also that there is still emotion there. As you know, he's not as much of a closed off person as maybe he seems if you were to just meet him, you know, at the beginning of the show. So anyway, do let me know if you've seen the show. Do let me know if you enjoyed the tune. Other than that, I will see you next time.